Welcome to Not Your Typical Leadership Coaching, the podcast that builds on conventional wisdom and adds a fresh perspective on this ever-evolving field of coaching.
Are you fed up with advice that doesn't really get to the heart of the matter or really get you?
Whether you're a reluctant or seasoned leader, this podcast is for you.
Embark on a journey of actionable insights, harness untapped potential, and learn to develop a mindset that will transform you permanently.
Not Your Typical Leadership Coaching, where we shatter boundaries and awaken the confident and compassionate leader within.
Hi, Marty.
Hey, Bill.
So here we are. We are going to record a coaching session where I'm the coach and you're the client. What do you notice as you anticipate that this is being recorded and the coaching that you're going to receive from me is going to be viewed and watched and listened to by others?
I'm a little nervous, feel a little vulnerable, but I trust you and I trust the process.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. We want to start out a coaching session with a clear objective, a coaching request.
Mm-hmm.
Are you clear about what your coaching request is? I'll be taking notes, by the way.
Not 100%. You might help me get it clear.
Yeah, let's hear what you got and we'll flesh it out.
So I've had some breakthroughs in the area of what my coaching, the theme of my coaching is about, and also in the area of feeling free around money, both of which were things that I was getting coaching on the last 6 months. So I've come to a new realization that business development is no longer my focus, but leadership is. We've talked about this. And I've uncovered some trauma that I had from back in my 20s around money that has left me feeling like I really want to invite it into my life now, right?
Money?
Yes. So but I'm not sure how to bring that in. I want more ideal clients. I think some of this question that I'm asking myself is how to invite more money into my life is going to get answered once the book is written and published and people are reading it and inviting me to do workshops or whatever. That will partially help bring in money, but that's a little ways off for one thing. And it's not the only answer. Books, I think it's going to be the speaking engagements and the coaching that the book engenders that will make more money than the book itself by far.
Right.
So anyway, do you see what my question is?
I believe so. Let's do this. Let me reflect back, given the notes that I just took as you were speaking, for two reasons. One, make sure that I heard and do understand what you just shared with me. And two, to give you an opportunity to tell me more if you're inspired to do as I reflect back.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you want to feel free around money.
I already do feel free around money. That has changed and that's good. And now I want it. That part of what needed to change was that I didn't want it. Right. I was afraid of it. I was in trauma around it. I was shut down around money. So now I do feel free around it. So I want it.
So you feel free around money and now you want more of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Your coaching focus has changed from what it was before to leadership now.
Business development is what it was.
It was business development. Now it's leadership. So the question is, how do I bring more money into my life?
Maybe one of the ways to put the question is, how do I meet more ideal clients, more people looking for coaching and leadership? Yeah. That would be a really straightforward way of putting the problem.
I want to challenge that a little bit if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want more clients or do you want more money? Or do you want both?
It's both. There is a limit on the number, of course. I don't want more than 15 clients. I'm not good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to give myself fully to the client. So I don't want a lot of clients. So you're right about that. But I have room for a couple more, and I'd like to pay what I'm worth. which I hadn't been asking for up until
Right.
recently.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I don't know what I'm right about. I just was asking you a question. I wasn't really asserting that you want more clients or that you don't. I just was asking if you did.
But you're right to ask that question because I don't just want more. It's not about more.
There's also an association that I see here between wanting more money and the way to get that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strategy. The way to get the money is a strategy. I raise my prices, I get more clients. Even those are contained within a box. It's a limiting way to get money. It's a limited, not limiting, but limited way to get money. Would you agree?
Yes.
So let me ask the question in a slightly different way. If you had as much money as you wanted, would you want more clients?
No.
Okay. So more clients is just a strategy to get more money.
Yeah.
If the money problem were solved, then you wouldn't especially want more clients.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Here's I think in math formulas, you've known me for a while, this about me. Maybe more accurately to say, I think logically, I want more ideal clients. So I want more money. I want more ideal clients. I have a book. If I can finish it, that's another strategy to get more clients. And more clients is a way to get more money.
Mm-hmm.
So the logic there was, I want more money. Here's how I'm going to get more money. Therefore, I have more money.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want more money and I have more money, both are true, then you don't especially need to have more clients.
Correct. That's right.
Right. Okay. So what is the change or improvement that you want to make in your life? I'm going to use a little bit of a formulaic process with you here, if that's okay.
Okay.
The change or improvement, is it as simple as I want more money?
No, it's not that simple.
Okay. What is it?
Because they need to be ideal clients. I wouldn't be willing to do it by cleaning out the stalls.
Well, if we just kept it down to its base, simple idea here, that the change or improvement that you want in your life is to have more money. I'm not saying anything about how you go about getting that money at this point. I'm just saying the change.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I get it. Yeah. That's the basic change I want in my life. Correct. Mm-hmm.
So now let's look at something else that we haven't talked about at all yet. And that is, if you had more money, what problems would you hope that would solve for you?
Maybe I didn't, I probably didn't express this, but I think there's a relationship that I want to build with this newfound focus of the coaching itself. So I'm hesitant to say it's just about the money. It feels like part of what I'm asking for coaching on is how to get the money and the newfound focus in my coaching related.
Okay. How do I both shift to this new focus, which you've already done, but how do I have leadership be my focus in coaching and have that generate the income that I want?
Or another way to start at the sentence from the other end, how do I have this newfound focus in leadership produce more money?
Got it.
And part of the reason why it's a mystery to me is because it's a newfound focus. That hasn't been my target. My target client has been somebody who wants to build their business. And now I'm targeting people. Where do I meet them? That's part of the question.
Right. Where do I meet people who are interested in coaching around leadership?
And I'll charge them appropriately and they'll be ideal. And so the money will come.
Once you find and know how to market to them.
I do see that as an important part of the coaching I'm asked for. The math that I'm trying to solve includes these leaders who want coaching and leadership.
What problems are you trying to solve by, if you could execute this change or improvement, if you could get this figured out and answer the question, how do I have this newfound focus in leadership produce more money?
Yeah.
The change or improvement that you want to do is produce more money using this newfound focus. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What problems are you trying to solve by making this change?
Yeah, good. Because the most important one is better leadership in our world. Even if I die in poverty, if I could impact, that would be the most important. But
Did you say better leadership in the world?
yes,
That's a result that you want to be behind.
yes.
That solves what problem?
Having better leadership in the world solves a lot of problems. Everybody's happier. Everybody's making more money. Everybody's getting along better.
Here's why I'm smiling right now. Everybody's happy. I'm going to capture these because they're important and they're answering a different question than I'm asking. And so you're getting ahead of me a little bit here, but I'm smiling because you are so positive. Your default nature is to be so positive. I've asked you twice now about problems, and maybe even 3 times about problems that you want to solve. And you haven't told me about any problems. You've told me about the result that you envision.
I see. Okay.
Let me go back to my question.
Sorry.
You look embarrassed. Did I embarrass you?
No, it's okay. That's good.
Okay. So you're not embarrassed?
No.
Okay, good. Better leadership in the world solves what problems? I know you're going to have to work hard to do this, but try to put it to me in problem format.
Divisiveness would be the problem. Street people are the problem.
More about that. Street people are the problem.
People living on the street because we're not taking care of them. We have no place for them, so we just let them live on the streets. That's a problem of leadership.
Got it.
The bathtub that we're taking our bath in is getting more and more polluted, and we're not doing anything about it. Talking about the environment.
Yeah.
But I use that analogy to make it even more disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's keep pooping and pissing in our own bath. Like, that's a problem of leadership. The European Union is all over this, and we're still fighting about it. Come on. This is a problem of leadership.
Okay. Great. Tell me more. Better leadership in the world so that we can begin to solve the problems of divisiveness.
And just to recoup something, we were talking about money before, and I think that if I could get involved in making these big changes, the money is going to come. So that there's still a relationship to my making more money in this.
Yeah. You're making more money because you're involved in this conversation.
Yes.
And making a difference in the conversation.
That's right. Making a difference. Now that kind of went ka-ching. Making a difference is really what sort of brings the newfound focus in coaching and money together. Make a difference for them and the money will come.
Yep. Make a difference for the leaders.
Yeah.
What is the difference that needs to be made for them? That points to or implies at least that there's something missing for them.
Yeah.
What is missing for them? What is the problem they have that you want to help them solve?
This goes really deep, really fast. I think they may, and maybe you could help coach, if I'm getting too into the weeds here, that I think they've been taught to think of themselves as separate and different, and that creates problems for them. They have to be bossy, or they have to be nice, or there's a real confusion among leaders. Like, how do I get people to do what is best for them? They think that I'm lording it over them. They think that I'm not asking enough of them. All these leaders are really asking these tough questions right now, and there's no good model. All of the models are based on, you're the leader, show us. That's not always what a leader does. There are lots of ways leadership can look. So developing a whole new, what I call a relational model of leadership rather than an individualist model of relationship.
Say that again. You develop a relational?
Yes, relational. Like in coaching, right? There are times when you as the coach are leading the conversation. You're asking the questions to bring out what I need to learn about myself. And there are other times when I'm leading the conversation to tell you where I want us to go and what's important to me. And right, it's not like you're the leader in this conversation and I'm the follower or vice versa. So this is just a perfect example, a coaching conversation of where the current model of what leadership looks like doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. If I were coming across as directive and assertive, and I am somewhat just with the process, but that wouldn't be leadership. That would be control or management of, if anything. You're saying that you want to develop a relational model of leadership rather than, what did you say?
Individualist.
Than an individualist model. Mm-hmm. And by that individualist model, meaning that I see myself, since I'm a leader, then I need to show up differently and separately than the people that I'm leading. And the question is, how do I show up as that? And who is it that I need to be? And how do I go about that?
Yeah. Or oftentimes, do I have that trait that it takes? That's what a lot of the books in the last 100 years on leadership will tell you. Have you got charisma? Then you don't have what it takes. Have you got more money than everybody? Then you have no business leading them. It's this kind of thing. Can you self-promote? Then you're not a leader, which is not true.
What does it take to be a leader?
It takes three things. A genuine interest in the community. You got to not just be self-absorbed. You have to care about the community because the basic thing you're doing is empowering the world around you. That's what a leader does. Secondly, you have to have faith that it's going to get implemented and that it's going to work. Like you have to believe have a devotion, in fact, to seeing what you're saying as the leader be implemented. You're not just spouting. You're not just letting anything fly. You actually care. You have faith in what you're saying and the people that you're saying it to. That's second. And thirdly, hope, a sense of that there's a better future possible. Why would you be leading anybody anywhere if not toward a better future? Can you raise more money than the next candidate? Does that make you a leader? Maybe in some ways, but not in the way that's required for the job.
Yeah. In other words, are you more influential than somebody else?
Elon Musk is a really smart, inventive guy. But should he be leading the conversation on Twitter? I don't know.
Okay. Here's the results that you want to produce. Given the question that you have, how can I take my newfound focus in leadership and produce more money for myself? The result that you want, and we haven't by the way, we haven't named the result, I make more money. But let's name that now. Let's just start out with that. Result, I make more money. I, Marty, make more money. There's better leadership in the world. You're making a difference in the conversation. I guess we had named that. Now that I see it, it says I'm making more money because I'm making a difference in this conversation. And it's important, isn't it, that those two be coupled together, isn't it?
For me, it is, yes.
Yeah. And you're the one that counts here. You're the client, and this is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
The result is that you develop a relational model of leadership rather than an individualistic model that can be transferred into your clients. You've already got the model developed, right? The result is that you develop the model, you've already got it, but this developed relational model of leadership gets transferred into the minds and the hearts of your clients.
It's being transferred into the minds and the hearts of my current clients, but the money thing means where do I find more of those people that are up for this?
Yeah. So you convey your relational model of leadership to a larger group of people.
Yeah. More people need to be exposed to it, correct.
And have more influence in that way, right? You provide some clarity, a model for what it takes to be a leader so that we can eliminate the confusion around, do I have what it takes? The question more would end up being not do I have what it takes, but I know what it takes, and I know if whether or not I need to develop myself in these areas.
Mm-hmm.
I need to develop myself. I need to ask myself, do I genuinely have an interest in the community and a devotion to helping that community?
Yes. And it's actually about being interested. Like that, it's going to be a mutual thing. You can tell you're interested because you're getting interest back and they're interested in you. So This is where the relational model is different from just saying, oh, does he have hope or not? No, it's not about him. Hope is something that arises in the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopeless if you're on one, if we're separate. That's something I didn't explain earlier, but I consider these three things, community, faith, and hope, to be public goods. So it's not, do I have that or not? It's, is it arising in this relationship? So anybody, it could be you and your wife having dinner, arguing about something and noticing, okay, there's no leadership here. We're just arguing. Okay, let's agree then. And now community starts to form. And what is it that we're going to, like, and you start to ask these hopeful questions about what we're going to get to in this conversation. Leadership arises between you and that. So it's not like one of you had it or the other.
Excellent. So before we wrap up, I want to make sure that we've got those 3 points. There's community, faith, and hope. And we talked about community where interest is reciprocated, and that you're part of that conversation. In fact, maybe you've generated the conversation. You're the leader. Faith in what you're saying, and in faith in the people that you're saying it to.
Yes. It's about it being implemented, being like checked. It's not just your good idea. There's faith that if we implement this, it's going to make a difference.
Okay. And then the third one, hope and belief in the possibility in a better future because of these ideas. Yeah. Wow. It's really great. So your coaching request was, how do I take my newfound focus in leadership and produce more money? What ideas do you have about that now that we've had this conversation?
I think one thing that is occurring to me is that in the community that is me, this is a weird thing to say, but in the community that runs my business, which is me, me and my parts need to have faith and focus right now on what is that future. If you want to be coaching leaders in government, let's say, what are you doing to connect with them right now? If you want to be coaching corporate leaders and on implementing this relational model of leadership in their C-suite, then we got to bring the community together to take action on doing that. Get into those conversations, raise these questions with them, hear what they're struggling with, and offer this model to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Marty. I believe our time is just about up. Is there one action that you'll take now, given the increased clarity that you have about this challenge that you have, an action that you'll take to move this forward?
Yeah, I think the action, and it's sort of an inaction action, is to ask my higher power to reveal to me the way forward.
Very good. When is your book going to be published?
It's going to be around the beginning of 2024.
Okay. Do you already have a name for the book, and are you willing to share it?
I have a working title, which is Listening for Leadership.
Listening for Leadership.
Love, Faith, Hope.
Nice. Very nice. Marty, this has been my pleasure. I appreciate you having the courage to bring this to the public domain as we record this podcast episode. You made yourself real vulnerable, and it seemed to me that as a result of doing that, you were able to get some clarity that maybe you didn't previously have.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Okay, Marty. That concludes another episode of Not Your Typical Leadership Coaching. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to fuel your leadership journey.
Remember, true leadership is not about you. It's about empowering others.
Take your insights to heart and cultivate a leadership mindset that will transform you from within.
Thank you for joining us on this quest to leadership excellence. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our upcoming episodes where we delve deeper into the art of leadership.
Until next time, remember that you have the power to lead with confidence and compassion from the inside out.